Well, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man. Yeah, like I said, just let me know if you need anything. Shoot me a text.
Alright, thank you.
See you in a minute.
Knowing you praise the schedule, like, I really appreciate it.
No, of
It means
course.
a lot to me. So I would like to tell you a little bit about myself, what I do.
Okay.
So I write for the Era of EDM magazine, which is the printed magazine, one and only, basically.
Gee whiz, that's a
So
rare
yeah, they do have the online stuff, and then you can get the printed version as well. So you get like a subscription box, and you get goodies and all that stuff, and you get the magazine with it.
Nice.
So for today, I'm like super excited right now.
Okay.
I would like to ask you to kind of talk about yourself a little bit, just kind of like a little introduction. How did you get involved with music, and how did you decide that it's going to be your career?
Okay. Well, I started making beats with my dad when I was a kid. So I used to like write lyrics and shit. And well, after that I sang, and then I realized I couldn't sing anymore once like my balls dropped. So then I like started DJing because my cousin was doing it. He was making like $100 a night, and I was like 10 years old, and I was making $100 a night, which is like crazy money. So did that, and then I downloaded some music things and like software and started making beats like a little bit, and then like when I got into high school, I really got into it, and then I don't know, kind of I put up songs and they were getting like a couple of thousand plays under my own name. And yeah, like once it started to take off a bit, I was like, maybe I could make a career out of this, because like at the time there wasn't many people that were my age or like small that were making any money out of it. So I was like, unless I'm a huge like techno star like Tiesto or some shit, I'm not gonna make any money. But then I don't know, then like I got picked up by some blogs and stuff, and then I started getting some traction, and then started playing some better and bigger shows in Australia, and then yeah,
That's
just
awesome.
happened. Yeah.
So, as I know, you won that contest, the Snap contest, when you were 16.
Yeah.
And knowing that other like major producers like Flume won the contest prior, so it's like a
it's pretty crazy.
It's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
So, how did you feel when you actually won that contest? And did you have a feeling that you would win it, or?
I mean, I didn't even know I was entered. So the way that works, they like sort of, it's like all the local people enter, but they don't know about it. And then, so I just got a random call, like I wasn't even entered. This is how shocked I was. Like I just got a call and they're like, yeah, do you want to play like Listen Out? And I was like, what? Who's this? Like is this a scam or some shit? But like, then this is Triple J. Like we want you to play this. And so yeah, I don't know. It happened, and I was like super shocked. Like, the first thing I did, I was like, shit, mum. Like I just got off the phone with like Triple J, which is like a radio station in Australia. And yeah, they want me to play like Listen Out Festival, which is like a pretty big deal in like Sydney or whatever.
It is.
And yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, to think that Flume, and I think he played Listen Out. He won a Listen Out competition at the same festival like 3 years prior.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah, it was like a pretty crazy thing.
That's so awesome, though.
Yeah.
So when you started touring, have you ever felt really anxious to go in front of a big crowd?
Yeah, it definitely happens. But the first gig I ever played was at a club in Sydney called the Ivy, and it was like my first ever show. Like I played like little like discos and shit for schools or whatever when I was a kid, but this is my first Just A Gent show, and I never used these decks. Like I never used CDJs, which is like the industry ones, and like I just got up there and I was like spewing before the show. Like my mum and dad came with me, and they were like at the gig because I was 15, 16, and I couldn't get in there. So, but yeah, like once I got up there and I played my first ever set, it was like 5 minutes in, I was good, and then I've pretty much been good ever since. I don't really get. Of course, like you get a bit nervous before like festivals and whatnot. But
Do you still get nervous?
I mean, yeah, festivals and like like tonight, not really, because I just feel like at home here, like it's just normal, it's like second nature. But like at a festival where it's like a lot of people and a lot of pressure, you can't like screw up. Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. It's just DJing, so you can't go too wrong.
Okay, so when you're starting the show, do you have like a little rituals to calm yourself down, or maybe something really cool that you do before?
The drink. Then I'm good, I guess. Yeah. Drink.
It helps?
Yeah. Just listening to the warm-up act like gets me in the mood, because normally because when you're doing a serious tour, like you don't get any sleep, so normally I'm asleep until like an hour before the show, and then I wake up and come. So like I'm really not in the mood for a show, like you're just out of the zone or whatever. So listening to the warm-up act gets me in the mood, and then a drink, and then I'm just like ready to go. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Like when you're touring, you probably hate some things about touring. So is there one thing that you like totally hate and one thing that you absolutely love?
Well, I do totally hate planes. Like I'm so sick of them. I probably like just the travel. And then the thing I love is obviously just playing the shows. Like, yeah, it's the best. And not even just that, like meeting people and seeing new places and whatnot, but the travel just sucks. Like if teleportation was a thing, I'd have the best job. Like I probably do have the best job in the world, but like I'd have an even better job if I could just like teleport everywhere.
So speaking of traveling, when you visiting new cities, like, do you go sightseeing, or maybe you're like a crazy food critic? Like,
I'm a pretty crazy food critic. Like tonight we went to some Korean barbecue in Duluth. It was like quite far away, but everyone's like, yeah, you gotta go to the Korean barbecue out there. And I was like, all right, and yeah, it was pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I get a lot of food. That's sort of my thing, I guess. When I'm out, I try and see like the major sites and stuff, but it's hard to get time all the time.
So I guess I would like to know what is like the biggest inspiration for you, and I'm not talking about just DJs. I'm talking about musicians from any era and like any genre.
I don't know. It's a big one. Like, well, for me, I guess like a huge inspiration would have to be like Flume and like a local band from my area called Silverchair. Like they were huge, like a big band back in the day. Yeah, they're sick. Like I listen to them on a daily basis, and like I don't know, I'm pretty much inspired by the whole Australian music scene. And I'm only just sort of getting into the American one now. Like obviously I've know all the big songs, but like just being over here more and stuff. But yeah, music in general is pretty inspiring. Yes, like seeing live music as well is definitely like the best thing.
Do you know Parkway Drive?
Yeah, of course I know Parkway.
Just making sure. Yeah. That's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, that's it.
So you mix in like all kinds of genres. So you go from heavy bass straight up to synth pop and stuff like that. So how did you really find that sound?
I guess I just didn't want to be boring. I didn't want to make all my songs sound the same, and then like also when I play live, I don't want the set to be like the same song for an hour. So no, I just want to be. I want to be like a variable artist, I guess is a way to say it. Like I want to play house music, and I want to make house music, and I want to make electro, and I want to make future bass, and I want to make dubstep or trap or whatever, and like combine them all. But then sometimes it's hard to combine them all at once, so you just gotta like, have a go at each one.
True.
Hey, so are y'all promoting something?
Yeah, they're just like interviewing me in here because it's too loud outside. I'm playing tonight, and they couldn't really interview me upstairs because it's too loud. We'll be out in a second.
That brings up bottle service question.
All right, so I have this question prepared.
Okay.
So I see this a lot. We go to a lot of shows, specifically here at Opera, and a lot of times, the artists get booked to like a really, it's really loud, to like bottle service clubs, and a lot of people have no idea what's going on, and you're just playing.
Yeah.
And when you start playing your set and you see those people, do you get frustrated with it, or are you there to play for the fans?
I don't get frustrated. I'm there to play for the people that want to be there, but I also want to like convert the bottle club people as well, because like you don't. That's why like I do play everything, because then they'll be like, if they just play the same shit and they didn't like it, they'd be like, that guy sucked. Like, why did we waste that money? But yeah, it is hard because you see them and they don't give a crap and they're just avoiding it or whatever. But like even tonight, like the crowd is vibing out there, so like I'm super keen to play tonight. And I also haven't played too many bottle clubs over here yet. Like it's kind of new to me because in Australia we don't really have them. Like it's not really a thing. Yeah, it's weird. It's like a big
sounds
thing
like Europe.
Yeah, I mean Europe probably doesn't have any. I've never been to Europe yet.
I'm originally from Russia, so yeah, I grew up with like house scene and all that.
Yeah.
So barely listened to any dubstep till I came here.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like dubstep.
Yeah, people love dubstep here.
and all that. So I guess I'll ask you the big question. So if you would have a collaboration with anyone at all, once again from any time frame, any place.
See, I always think of this and then I forget it. Like I always have it in my head, and then like I'll finish one of these interviews and I'll be like, shit, why didn't I say this person? But like again, I'm like on the spot and I can't think of it. But like, oh man.
There's no wrong answer. No one's
There's
gonna
like
get
so
offended.
many
hopefully.
though. There's so many like. Fuck me, I don't know.
Alright, let's make it easy. What is your favorite collab? Like
To
that
listen
you've
to?
done.
That
you've
I've done?
Yes.
I love the track I did with Miami guys, Smile. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, like SMLE. It's called Leave It All. Like that was such a fun track to make. So I guess that's my favorite collab. But But there's been plenty. Like, technically, a lot of my songs are collabs though, because like the vocalist, like, you know, like pretty much all my songs are collabs at the end of the day when the vocalist sings on it. So like, I do like collabs.
Speaking of vocals, by the way, who's writing the lyrics?
Well, it depends. Like, if it's a really poppy song, it's definitely not me. Like, I'll be in the session sometimes and I'll be helping, but I'm so bad at lyrics. Like, I'm so shit. It's ridiculous. Like, I can't write lyrics for crap. Like, a lot of my songs that like just have like one liners or two liners, like that's me. And like, but the ones that I have like the crazy like meaning, like metaphors with the vocals and stuff, like I don't know. It's just I try and it's beyond me, so I just don't.
How do you choose those people? How do you find the vocalists? Because you have like
the
amazing
internet,
people.
yeah, the internet mostly. Sometimes I get lucky and like they'll be around me and we can jump in the studio and like I heard them on the radio or whatever. But a lot of the time it's just like the internet. Like we have the same place where I won that competition, like Triple J on Earth. It's like basically where all like the unsigned artists in Australia post their music. So it's a great place to find like really cool vocalists and
That's awesome.
they're unsigned, so they're always super down to like do a track together. So.
You've done a lot of remixes to other
Yeah.
songs, and I just wanted to know how do you feel when the artist actually drops your remix more than their original, like your Millennium's Fortress?
Yeah, that's cool though. Like it's sick, but it's a cool feeling. Like, but at the same time, I sort of get where they're coming from because you get sick of your original song. Like, I play the Nightmare remix of Limelight more because I'm so sick of the original. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't want to hear that song anymore. But yeah.
That's so awesome, though.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a few more questions to go, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
you're right.
So,
What's the time? Yeah, we got.
we've got about 11 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, 4 minutes to go. So whenever you're in the streets, like let's say back in Australia, do you get recognized a lot?
Depends what I'm wearing. if I'm wearing like a suit, like it doesn't happen a lot, but it happens like more often than if I'm just like wearing like a trashy shirt and like shorts. It happens sometimes. I don't know. Like I don't really like put my face up much, and like I'm not like a singer or anything, so people don't really like look at me. Like if that makes sense. Like I have my Instagram page or whatever, but like that's not, you know, it happens sometimes.
Do they ask to take selfies with you?
Yeah, sometimes.
And how do you feel about it? Like total random
I mean, it's
person
fine because it's not that
asking
many.
for
But
myself.
but if it was like everyone on the street, like it'd be the worst thing ever. So like, I feel so sorry for people that are actually like recognized in the street because it'd be so shit. Like it'd be horrible. I like it how it is now. Like, you know, 1 in 100,000 people recognize me. Like that's good. That's a couple of photos like every month or whatever. That's good. Like, any more than that, I don't know. Selfie's a selfie. It's quick.
True that.
Yeah.
So when you go back to Australia, is there
Sunday. Yeah. I'm here for like 4 days. So rough, but.
So did you just arrive here?
Yeah,
Or?
yesterday, day before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you go straight to.
Yeah, well, I
Wonderland?
came to LA, done a session, then I flew here today, and then I fly back to play Beyond Wonderland tomorrow in California, and then on Sunday I go back to Australia, 15 hours back home.
That is so busy.
So fun. I think I watched like 17 episodes of Star Trek on the way here, like, yeah.
You love Star Trek?
I mean, yeah. As of now, I just got into it. My dad's been into it his whole life, and he's always been trying to get me into it. And I was like, "Nah, Dad, Star Wars." But yeah, watched Star Trek on the way over here, like the first time I came over, like a couple years ago, and now just like every trip, just Star Trek the whole way here and back. Yeah.
Is there something that you like really miss when you're on tour?
When I'm on tour, my girlfriend and my dog. Yeah, he's just a puppy as well, so this is my first one away, you know, since I got him. So it's only been 4 days, but I already miss him. He's cute.
All right, I've got 2 more questions,
Okay.
and we're gonna be done.
Okay.
So, very important one.
Mhm.
When you go back home, is there a franchise, like a fast food restaurant, that you really crave?
Well, not necessarily, but I crave meat pies. Did you guys have that?
Meat pies. From like where?
From where? It's just
Yeah,
everywhere,
like-
like a bakery. There's just meat pies everywhere. It's like a thing. It's hard to imagine, but until you like have them,
That's
they're the best thing ever.
And okay, this is my personal question.
Okay.
I gotta get ready for this. How do you feel about Outback?
Outback Steakhouse?
Yes.
Why does you always ask this question? I've never even eaten
Because
there.
there's a stupid commercial where they
Yeah.
say like, "Do you like lobster?" And do you like lobster?
I don't like lobster.
So yeah, I was just wondering maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, it's the same
not.
thing as like Foster's. Like the ad says Foster's Australian for beer, but like no one drinks Foster's in the whole country. Like I think it's been extinct from Australia for like 10 years, but they still like brand it as an Australian beer here. So I don't know.
I think it's gone from here now too.
Oh really? I mean Outback. I think Outback's in Australia as well, but look, it's not very like it's not on TV or anything. I don't know. I've never actually had it, so. Once I go there, I'll tell you if it's like an authentic Australian
Please do
experience.
so.
But I
Please
just
send me an email.
are they even
Tell
Aussies
me.
or are they just like Americans putting on Aussies accents
That.
or something?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine.
That's why it's so annoying.
All right, thank you so
Well, yeah,
much.
thank you.
I got one last question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor of Tim Tams?
Just the OG, like the original.
Oh,
flavors, yeah.
yes.
You can't go wrong. You like Tim Tams?
Yes.
I worked with a guy from Australia for about a month.
Okay.
He got me hooked on them.
What did he like? Bring them over, or can you buy them?
No, he just told me about them, and I was at a Kroger, and I saw them on the shelf, and I was like, I want to buy these.
So you can buy me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've only ever seen them at Kroger, though.
Okay. Interesting. Well, there you go. I miss Tim Tams. I haven't had them for a while either.
All right, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks,
I really
guys.
appreciate your time.
Of course.